Hi guys, so in this video we are going to start by doing some introduction to JavaScript. Okay, so I hope you are familiar with some programming language. So this time we will learn a new language called JavaScript. So JavaScript is a programming language. It is widely used in web. It can be used on the front end as well as on the back end. Okay, so let's see how we can write some simple instructions in JavaScript. So first instruction would be to create a variable. Let's say let a equals to 10. So this is a simple instruction. That means you have a variable a and that has a value 10, and if you want to print out this value you can see console.log a, and let's run this code. Okay, so you can see the output is 10. Or what you can do is you can say let b is an array and it contains certain elements, let's say 1 2 3 4 5, and you can do console.log b. So console.log is like a print statement and it will show you the output of that particular uh, whatever you give inside it. Okay, so it can be a string also. You can say console.log hello and let's say hello world. So this will print hello world on the screen. Okay, so you can say it's very similar to other programming languages, but it is not related with Java in any way. Okay, so some of you might get confused that it has the word Java, but Java and JavaScript are entirely different programming languages. So let's see how we can use JavaScript in web. So first of all, I will create a simple HTML page. Okay, and let me just save this as in the desktop folder in the, let's say, JS introduction. Let's just say index.html. Okay, you can give it any name. And in HTML page, there are like two types of tags. Okay, so there are different types of tags. When you open and close HTML tag, it must have a head and it must have a body component. Okay, so let's create the head and the body of the page. Okay, and you also know in head you have to give some title. Let's say JavaScript practice, so that's the title. And in body you can create different elements that represent the structure of the web page. Okay, so for example, there can be a div, there can be a paragraph. Okay, let's say my web page. Okay, so if I just open up this web page, and you will see the output, this my web page. Okay, so this is a very simple web page, but I'm not we are really interested in seeing how JavaScript is used. Okay, so HTML is used to give structure to the web page. CSS is used for the styling purpose, and JavaScript is used for the functionality. Okay, if you want to make some buttons, and if you want the page to be like interactive with the user. Okay, so we want to add certain functionality to our web page. Maybe you want to load some elements on button click, so that all that thing can be done using JavaScript. Okay, so let us see how to include JavaScript on a web page. So first you have to use a script tag, and here you can write all your code that you were writing on the online ID as well. Okay, so here maybe let's just copy this code and let's put this code inside the script tag. So let me just fix the indentation. Okay, so that it looks good. Okay, so I will save the web page and I will now reload my web page. Okay, so if you want to see where this output is coming, this output actually comes on a console. So to see the browser console, you have to click on inspect element. Sorry, this is the page source, and if you click on the inspect element, you go to the console and here you see the output. So this is the value of a and this is the value of b. So b is actually an array. On the 0th index you have 1, and then on the first index you have 2, on the second index you have 3, and an array object also has a property called length. So okay, and it has a prototype called array. So prototype is like a way to write classes in JavaScript. Okay, so you can see it's an instance. So the prototype is like a class. Okay, so this kind of an object is like a array. Okay, and then you see this output, hello world. Okay, so what we will be doing is, instead of writing the entire code in the HTML file, I will actually create a new file, and let's copy the code from the ID, and we will paste this code in a new file. Okay, and let's save this file as a JavaScript file. So let's call it as practice.js. Yes, so it should be saved as practice.js. So use .js file. Now this JavaScript file should be included in this HTML page. Okay, so that we can do using the script tag only. We will say script src equals to practice.js, and here I will end my script tag. Okay, so let's see, and let's reload the page. Now you can see we are still getting the same output, and we are able to see this array, and this array has 5 elements inside it, and these are the elements. Okay, so all the 3 ways to execute the JavaScript are same. If you're interested, you can also use some other ID like VS Code or Visual Studio, but for our purpose I would be using Sublime only, or you can also use Atom or brackets or whatever ID you want to use. Okay, so we would be writing JavaScript files in Sublime. Okay, and we will be testing it in the console. So let's see few more things related to the JavaScript syntax, and that we will do from the next video.